You know, artificial intelligence isn't just for Silicon Valley labs anymore. It has officially gone mainstream, and it's reshaping our world at a pace that is frankly stunning. So today, we're going to break down what Bill Gates thinks about all this, from the very real threats to our jobs to the incredible opportunities that are just around the corner.
So here's how we'll tackle it. We'll kick things off with the why now. What's the tipping point that's made AI such a massive priority? Then we're going to dig into the difference between the AI we have today and this game-changing idea of AGI. From there, we'll look at the real-world impact on jobs, get into a pretty surprising paradox about productivity, and we'll wrap up with some solid advice from Gates himself on how to get ready for what's next.
All right, so why is AI suddenly everywhere? Why is it front-page news and a top priority for the government? Well, the conversation has officially broken out of the tech bubble. We're seeing the highest levels of government going on record saying that AI is the technology that's going to define our future.
And when you see a statement like this coming out of the White House, you know that signals a huge shift. This isn't just another tech trend, it's now a matter of national strategy. So the stakes for our economy, our security, and our society just got way, way higher. That really is the big question, isn't it? I mean, policy goals are one thing, but what does this AI-powered future actually look like to someone who's had a front-row seat to world-changing tech before? So let's dive into Bill Gates' perspective.
Okay, so to really get what Gates is talking about, we have to define a term that pretty much changes the entire conversation. And that term is AGI.
AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. This is the big one. This is the destination that everybody is racing towards. Forget about an AI that just helps you write an email. We are talking about an intelligence that could potentially do entire jobs. Everything from sales to scientific discovery, because it could become cheaper and even more accurate than a person. And this right here really shows you the leap. The AI we have today, it's an assistant. It helps out with research, it can do some simple coding, but AGI is a potential replacement. It could take on the most complex programming or even be the driving force behind discovering new medicines. It's a whole different level. So the million-dollar question is, when is AGI going to get here? And this is where it gets really interesting because nobody agrees. You've got optimists in the field saying, maybe 1 to 2 years. The more conservative folks are saying it's more like a decade. But here's the kicker. Bill Gates himself says he's been absolutely stunned by how fast AI has been improving lately. This isn't just some theoretical debate for the future. The impact is already here, and it's showing up in some pretty surprising ways. So let's get concrete and look at the jobs that are being transformed as we speak. Okay, get this. According to Microsoft's own CEO, 30% of all new code at Microsoft is already being written by AI. That's not a prediction. That's a right-now statistic. And it kind of points to a conclusion that's hard to ignore. Eventually, they're just not going to need as many coders. And here's the crucial point. Unlike past tech revolutions that really hit blue-collar jobs first, this wave is crashing right into the world of college-educated, white-collar work. Things like legal discovery or basic accounting. At their core, they're about recognizing patterns. And that's something AI is getting incredibly good at. So this massive shift at work leads us to a central paradox that Gates himself is really thinking about. If AI can make us all wildly more productive, what does that actually mean for us? Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? It seems like an easy question, right? I mean, of course, more productivity is good. But what Gates is saying is that the reality is actually way more complicated. The answer, he says, really depends on how you look at it. So here are the two sides of that coin. The risk? It's that all this change is happening so fast that we just can't keep up, leading to massive job losses. But then there's the reward. Gates believes that deep down, productivity is a good thing. It can free us up to do the work we desperately need more of, like having more teachers and smaller class sizes. Or maybe it could just improve our lives with things like, say, longer vacations. And by the way, don't think for a second this is just about office jobs. Gates is very clear that once the robotics tech catches up, especially with things like advanced robotic arms, a very similar wave of change is coming from manufacturing and other blue-collar jobs.
Okay, so facing this huge society-level change, what's the game plan? What's the practical advice from Bill Gates for anyone, especially young people, trying to get ready for this new world?
And what's so fascinating is that in a world that's changing so radically, Gates's core advice hasn't really changed at all. His principles are basically timeless. He's saying it's not about learning one specific skill that might be obsolete tomorrow. It's about building a mindset of constantly learning.
Let's break it down. Number 1, be curious. Go out and actively try to understand the world and how it's changing. Number 2, read a lot. Stay informed on all kinds of topics. And number 3, and this one is maybe the most important right now, use the latest tools. Don't be scared of AI. Jump in, play with it, and see what it can do for you.
Ultimately, the way Gates sees it, AI could be this incredible tool for empowerment, like a personal tutor for every single person on the planet. But that brings us right back to the central challenge. The tool is here, and it's getting more powerful by the day. So the final big question is this: can we, as a society, learn fast enough to keep up?